Hi, this is Asha Clinton, and I'm here to talk to you this morning about the Advanced Integrative Therapy Basics Seminar. I want to tell you a bit about it and show you how useful and wonderful it can be so that perhaps you will come and get trained in AIT Basics. There are a number of things that made AIT different as I saw it developing. The first one was that instead of talking about archetypes, complexes, and a lot of other things, I saw that trauma was the key. I saw that if we could treat trauma energetically, we could probably treat anything that needed treating in a person. And later we discovered it worked in children as well, and even in animals. What came then was a new definition of trauma. And I want to read that definition to you because I think you will find it very interesting and useful. Trauma is any occurrence which, when we think back to it or when it is triggered by some present or recent event, evokes difficult emotions, physical symptoms or sensations, gives rise to negative beliefs, desires, fantasies, compulsions, obsessions, addictions, behavior and or dissociation, blocks the development of positive qualities and spiritual connection, and fractures human wholeness. You have a sense now, I hope, of what a trauma is, that it's something that happened, that left you suffering in some way. There's something else that's very interesting about traumas, and that is that they form into patterns. And if they are intense enough, if these patterns are intense enough, they may result in post-traumatic themes and complexes. They can result in psychological disorders, in physical disorders, or in various kinds of spiritual blocks. So what we found, the further on that the development of AIT went, is that if a trauma that originates a given traumatic pattern and the connection between the early trauma that originates the pattern and more recent ones is treated, the pattern breaks apart and it usually stops producing new traumas. There are three parts to the treatment of a traumatic pattern. First, we treat the trauma that started it all. So we would treat that original trauma, which we call the originating trauma. We would treat the initiating trauma, which is the trauma that happens now. And then we don't only treat those two traumas, but we treat the connection between them. So you can treat a connection and not just a traumatic incident or pattern. And that's exactly what we teach you how to do in AIT Basics. One of the first thing you learn in terms of method is the trauma protocol treatment. And then you learn what we now call three-step transformation, which is how to treat traumatic patterns so that they don't come back again. Three-step transformation and the basic protocol are the two most important parts of what you will learn in AIT Basics. Another thing you would learn is a group of meditations which were specially developed to provide physical, emotional, and spiritual presence, to remove stress, to remove anxiety, and to begin developing the spirit in a person. We also have two other trauma protocols with which we treat trauma very quickly and effectively, and they are wonderful for emergency situations and for humanitarian aid situations. And maybe one of the protocols there that I like the best is the core qualities protocol. So I've told you a little bit about AIT, and I've told you a little bit about the Basics Seminar. Basics is like an open door. Once you've walked through it and done what is behind the door, which is take the seminar, it opens a world of improved treatment for you. It opens a world where your clients are going to get better faster, and their treatment is going to last far longer than you've ever seen before. It's a world where far more complex and difficult traumatization can be treated fairly easily. It's a new world where therapeutic treatment is concerned. Many blessings. Think of this as you being a soldier in the army that marches against suffering of human beings everywhere. Bye, everyone.